Name changes are a modern phenomenon with the Cleveland Guardians and the Washington Commanders, but this team's name was changed because of the First World War. Today we're talking about the very talented and the very interesting Berlin Dutchmen. Now, they were an early professional ice hockey team operating out of Berlin, Ontario, which was renamed Kitchener in 1916, of course, because of the First World War. From 1907 in the Ontario Professional Hockey League. The Berlin team is notable for challenging for the Stanley Cup in 1910 versus the Montreal Wanderers. The dormant team was revived in 26 as the Kitchener Dutchmen of the Canadian Professional Hockey League. The dormant name was revived in 47 as the senior Kitchener-Waterloo Dutchmen, notable for winning Canada bronze medal at the 56 Olympics and a silver medal at the 60 Games. The minor junior Kitchener Dutchmen can continue name today. Now, Dutchman is a misnomer from Deutsch, German for a Germanic person. There's even more so for Waterloo County, Ontario, as many of the early settlers were so-called Pennsylvania Dutch. Now, they played with green and white jerseys. And the Dutchmen, again, were one of the founding teams of the OPHL in 1907. Starting playing in January 1908, the club would be a member of the OPHL until 1911. The club would win the league championship once in 1910, giving the squad a chance to challenge for the cup. Then the Canadian Professional Championship trophy. Berlin played in Montreal against the Wanderers and were knocked off 7-3. The OPHL would only survive for only one more year before folding. Now, when the name was revived in 27 as the Kitchener Dutchmen, a professional team in the Canadian Professional Hockey League, which became the International Hockey League, in 29 the franchise was moved to Cleveland. It became the Cleveland Indians and eventually the Cleveland Barons of the AHL. That was a long-time Montreal affiliate. The name was revived again in 47 as the Kitchener-Waterloo Dutchmen. The senior amateur ice hockey team represented Canada at the 56 and 60 Winter Olympics. Now, the KW Dutchmen played in the Ontario Hockey Association C Division from 47 to 63. Now, the senior division Dutchmen won the Allan Cup in 55-57, the national senior amateur men's hockey title for Canada. These Dutchmen were the last self-contained club compared to the later purpose-built national team to represent Canada in the Olympics. We're also the only club team to represent Canada at two Olympics, where they won bronze in 56, and of course the States won gold over them in 1960. Now, the key player that for a lot of people is the great Huey Lehman. Now, a very, very underrated player. They call him Old Eagle Eyes. He was a goalie. He started his ice hockey career again for the Pembroke Lumber Kings and the Berlin Dutchmen. In 1911, he joined the New Mess Winters Royals, playing with them for 3 campaigns before joining the iconic Vancouver Millionaires in 1914. Lehman played half of his 22-year career with Vancouver, winning his only Stanley Cup. He would be unsuccessful in 7 other attempts. In 26, he joined the Blackhawks of the NHL, playing a full season and splitting the second one as player and head coach. Although some ice hockey historians credit Jacques Plante for originating the practice, he was the first goalie to regularly pass the puck to his fellow forwards and defensemen. He even scored a goal by shooting the puck in the opponent's net while playing for the professionals. Now, inducted in the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1958, the 5'8", 168 goalie, again, played for Sault Ste. Marie Marlborough, the Berlin Dutchmen, the Galt Professionals, New Westminster Royals, Vancouver Millionaires, and the Chicago Blackhawks from 08 to 28. Now, the Pembroke Lumber Kings is where he got his start and ended up again with the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, his playing career was quite interesting. He was a strong straighter, good puck handler. He chased down loose pucks and was able to pass the puck to his forwards, surprising other teams' defenders. Playing the OPHL, he scored a goal by shooting the puck in the opponent's net. The first NHL goalie to duplicate such a feat was Ron Huxtall, who did it in 87. Now, after retiring from hockey, he worked in the road construction business, eventually becoming the president of a paving company. He was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1958. 1958. Now, that was one of the early inductees. Now, the PCHA totals, 142 wins, 118 losses, and 2 ties in 262 contests, 9-4-1 in the playoffs. In the WCHL and WHL, 17-22-2 in 41 games. In the NHL, 20-20-4. He played the whole season again as Bye. So just to recap his play, and this is quite interesting. Okay, let's go back for 120 years ago. He played with the Pembroke Lumber Kings from '04 to '06. He played with the Canadian Sioux in 1907, the Pembroke Lumber Kings again in '08, then the Berlin Dutchmen for 2 years, then the Golf Professionals, a Stanley Cup Challenge in 1910, and the Berlin Dutchmen, that Stanley Cup Challenge, went 0-3. Now, back with the Dutchmen in 11, New Windsor from 12 to 14, then the Millionaires from the PCHA, and again he won that cup in 1915, a very strong team. With the Millionaires up until 22, then he played a number of seasons with the Vancouver Maroons. He did challenge for the cup with the Maroons, and again a very, very interesting career. His coaching record for the Blackhawks in 28, not very impressive, 3-17-1. Now, he never really had what I call a small average compared to other players. Many times with Berlin and New Westminster, who's in a 4 and 5 range. But his best play, of course, came later on in his career. As he got older, he had better goals against average. I'll give you an example. The last 6 of his last 7 seasons, he had a goals against average between 233 and 294, so very consistent. But the old leagues were giving up a lot of goals. So I think he's considered one of the best of their, like what they call their Berlin players. And again, he was a tremendous goalie. But the Vancouver Millionaires could not have won without him. So that's a story on the Berlin Dutchmen, and of course their most famous player, Huey Lehman, Old Eagle Eyes. If you like what we're doing here, give us a like, comment, subscribe, or share. Bye.